All right, welcome, welcome. It is week 7. I cannot believe it. Of Algebra Made Simple. We have an all ladies. It's just me and the ladies today in the live class, but they're all beautiful and lovely. And so we're going to have a great time. If you're watching the recording, please just feel free to focus, pause, rewind, make sure you're in a good mental space because what we're going to talk about, there's some nuts and bolts that you really need to focus and understand to have success with today's material. Now, if you haven't gotten the work turned in yet, okay, this is your get with it, people. Better late than never. I think it was Chapel. You were out of town, right, one week, and then you got right back on the horse and you got it turned in. Okay. So if you have to miss this week, I understand it's vacation, things are going on, but you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Okay. So I can only do my part, but you got to drink, right? You have to do your part, and that's how we learn it. All right. Ladies, y'all okay over there? Y'all look like y'all are having a whole lot of fun as usual. Okay. Make sure you're in there. All right. So one of the things we're going to talk about after we pray is this idea of what do we do when we multiply negative and positive integers versus adding them. And we're still getting confused there. I really sense it in my gut because I've done this for a long time. And so I'm going to try to explain it in a different way to really hammer home these rules so that you're not confused and that you're going to be, ready to roll. Okay. Do any of you, whether it's Elena, Rachel, Chapel, prayer request, whether big or small, swim meet, somebody sick, um, Rachel, I want my sister to stop looking at me
Um,
like that. I mean, I don't know what you want to pray, but
our mom and dad, I think they still have COVID.
oh no,
And
that's
I
right.
myself COVID.
Oh no, you have it, and you're sitting right that close to your sister. You just reminded her.
Wow.
You're starting to grab her mouthpiece there. All right, I'm safe though. See, that's the beauty of online. I don't have to worry about catching y'all's, stuff. Okay, we'll pray for your mom and dad. I want everybody. She really is. She's masking up. That's hilarious. At this point, you probably got it, Elena. I mean, good grief. All right, Chapel, you good? Anything you want to pray about? We all good? Okay, then let's go to the Lord in prayer. I'm sure I got plenty of things to pray about, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we're gonna pray and we're gonna get started. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for getting us to week 7 in this course. Thank you for this group of girls and gentlemen. I guess there's one gentleman and girls, right? But Lord, we just thank you for the gift of Jesus Christ that you gave the world because you loved them so much that you couldn't help but give all. I mean, you can't give more than your own son. And so, Lord, we just don't want to take it for granted. We thank you that we can come freely into the Holy of Holies and come to the Father without worrying about sin separating us because of what Jesus did. It's a great deal. That's underestimated. So, Lord, I just want to go to you and help. That we just ask that your Holy Spirit come on this call and help me teach in a way that brings clarity and gets rid of confusion. The enemy is the author of confusion, but with you, it's a sound mind, love, peace, and a sound mind. I mean, that's your spirit, Lord. So I need that spirit in the classroom. I know the girls do too, and Marcelo does as well watching the replay. I pray, Lord, that you just keep, I guess it's Elena and Rachel's family safe. I think when they had COVID or something similar to that, right? I pray, Lord, that you just bring them back to health as quickly as possible and restore their mind, soul, body, and spirit back to alignment and health in the way you wanted it. And so we thank you for this day. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. So we're going to do a little exercise, and I don't know how we're going to have to do this. I guess because of the way it's shaking out, we're going to have two teams. Okay, now because you're already together, Rachel and Elena, you're going to be team one. Okay, and Chapel, you're going to be team two. You're going to be a team of one. All right, you're like a tennis player, a solo sport, and then I guess in tennis you have two teams too. But anyway, okay, we're going to have two teams. We're going to do a little exercise in a minute, and it's basically called the multiply and add exercise. You have to be able to do these two skills in order to factor quadratic trinomials, as you ran into that issue probably last week, right? If you started on Thursday, then you started then. Some of y'all probably didn't start till right before class started. But whenever you got it done, you had to have that skill. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this little, I don't know, this tool to actually focus ourselves into the two things you really have to be able to do for this level of factoring. Guys, it's going to happen. It's going to be in your face over and over and over in Algebra 1. So this isn't going anywhere. So you can't outrun this. You just need to handle it, ask God to give you the grace, and go for it. So if you look right here, we're going to do this little exercise, and it's called my multiply and add exercise. And if you look at this first example, I'm going to circle it in red. Does everyone see that? I want you to understand the top number is
The
what you're trying to get
137.
your
Stop.
numbers to multiply to. Are y'all all right? And the bottom number, I don't know what's going on, guys. The bottom number is what you need the numbers to add to. Okay? So I'll say it again. The top number is what multiplies, and the bottom number is what adds. In the case you didn't catch that, I'm going to actually type that on the screen. Okay? It needs to multiply to negative 96, but it has to add to a positive 4. Now, this first example has already been done for you. The two numbers that both multiply to negative 96, but if you added them would equal a positive 4 are none other than positive 12, excuse me, and negative 8 right there. Does everyone see that? Okay. Now, I don't know if you knew that because I went ahead and did this one for you. It's right there on the screen, or I provided it for you. My handwriting's not that bad, not that good. Okay. But I will tell you 12 times 8 does equal 96. And when it comes to multiplying, as long as the signs are opposite, it's going to give you a negative answer. If the signs are the same, it's going to be a positive answer. Ooh, that's good, Chris. Can you say that again? Sure. If the signs are opposite, it's going to give you a negative answer. But if the signs were the same, it's going to give you a positive answer. Now, that's the rule when you're multiplying. Gee, Chris, I'm a visual guy. Do you think that you could type that on the screen so I could really pause the video for those of us watching the video? Oh, sure. No problem, kid. Okay, let me do that real quick. Okay. The multiply rule is this. I'm going to call it the multiply rule because some of y'all are getting confused. Okay. If the signs are the same, okay, they equal a positive. If the signs are opposite, it's going to equal a negative answer. And it is that simple. So if you got a negative 12 times a negative 8, that would have been a positive 96. But because these numbers are opposites, you got one positive 12, you got a negative 8, that's going to be a negative 96. And it's that simple for the multiply rule. Now, the add rule is a bit more complicated. I think I said this last week. I teach a lot of classes in a given week, so I want to make sure I say it again just to make, to be on the safe side. Chapel, I know Elena was here. Tell me if I gave y'all this awesome rap last week, because this is how you're going to remember how to add negative numbers, okay? I think I did it. I can already see Elena putting her head down. She
I
thinks
have it written
she,
down.
she doesn't appreciate how amazing my flow was, but it really was amazing. Oh, beautiful, Ashley. Ashley wrote it down, all right? Here we go. You ready? It's same sign. Come on, Elena, you want to turn off the mute and rap it with me? Same sign, add and keep, not kept. Keep, okay? Different signs, subtract, okay? Same sign, add and keep, different signs, subtract. Hey, that's pretty good. Keep the sign. You ready for this? Keep the sign of the higher amount, then you'll be exact. Okay. I said that last week. The evidence is Chapel had it written down. Also, Elena was putting her head down like she thought my rap was lame, even though it was fire. I don't know what her deal is. Okay. But that will help you know how to add negative numbers or not, right? So what it means is if the signs are the same, you just add them and keep the sign the same. If it was positive 12 and a positive 8, that'd be positive 20. But because negative 12 and positive 12 and negative 8 are opposite signs. See how they're opposite, people? That's a positive and a negative, opposites. That means you subtract. 12 take away 8 is 4. Keep the sign of the higher amount. Well, 12 is bigger than 8 and 12 is positive, so it better be a positive 4. That's fire. Rachel, tell your sister that rap's fire, and she doesn't understand good music. Yeah, it is. It's real good. Okay, same sign, add and keep different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the higher amount, then you'll be exact. Hey, oh, that was so good. Okay, we'll all practice rapping it at the end of class, and then it'll burn in your brain and your heart forever, and you'll never forget. Okay, but these are the rules you're gonna do. Okay, you ready for round one? We're gonna try it. Team one, that's Elena and Rachel. Team two is Chapel. She's a team of one. You ready for this? The one underneath is what you're going to do right now. I need two numbers that multiply to negative 110, girls. But those same two numbers have to add to a negative 1. Now you can keep going, Mr. Morris, you can't rap. Oh, you don't have any tone deaf. Or you can just get in the flow and you're going to see what those numbers are. Okay? But what multiplies to negative 10? See, if it's multiplies, it just needs to be opposite signs. But those same numbers, after they multiply to negative 110, if you were to add them instead, they have to also add to a negative 1. Put your answer in the direct chat to me, as always. Okay? First team to give me those magic numbers gets a point. What's the Jeopardy music? Do, 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 do. Elaine, is that any better? I mean, I'm kind of on beat. Do, 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 do. Oh, I got a message coming in. I don't know who it's from yet. Let me see. Oh, it's team one, Elena and Rachel. Ooh, it's either right or it's wrong. That's the beauty of it. I'll let you know in a minute. Chapel, do you have your answer? I need to see the message. Okay. Elena and Rachel. I don't know who said it. Who's the one that gave the answer? Was it you, Rachel? Oh, Rachel, that wasn't here last week, but she got it. Maybe? No? Yes? Okay. Elena and Rachel are telling me it's negative 11 and positive 10. They're either right or they're wrong. I haven't said it yet, but I'm just going to put in what they came up with. Okay. We just got an answer from Team Bob. Is that your sign-in name? I'm just kidding. Chapel. Okay. Wait, there's a typo. Okay, I see. I don't think it's 110 and negative 1, if that's what you're trying to say. She's already laughing. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. All right, for better or worse, the sisters got the first point on the board. Very good. Guys, let's talk about why that's right. All right. I don't know what that move is, but it looks good. Okay, here we go. Now, I messed it up again, didn't I? Oh, I'm such a lame dad. Okay, listen. Negative 11 times a positive 10. Is it true that 11 times 10 is 110 people? Is that true? Give me a thumbs up if it's true. I like Rachel. She's like a rock star or something. Yeah, bang it. Okay. It's true. 11 times 10, look it up your multiplication facts. That equals 110. That's facts. But because the different, did I say it wrong? Facts. That's right. Okay. Because the two different terms, one's negative, one's positive, it's going to have to be a negative 110. Don't believe me? Look at the rule. It says opposite signs equal negative, right? Are we multiplying? So opposite signs, negative, positive, negative 110. Okay, we check that box. We're good to go. However, we also have to make sure it also adds to a negative 1. So now we're looking down here at my awesome rap. Okay, that's probably going to go number 1 on iTunes in a few weeks. Okay. Yes, Elena, nod your head. Say yes to anything I say. Okay, move on. You you got opposite signs. Read that right here. Elena, if you're not going to rap it, can you at least read it to the people? Turn off the mute for a minute. Tell the people what that says right there. I just circled it right there. You can say it. You can say it however you want to. You can rap it if you I wish you rap it, but just say it if you want to.
Same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract, keep. Keep the sign of the higher amount, then you'll be exact.
Awesome, awesome. You didn't quite I'd rather you say like subtract, but that's okay. Okay. Now, Elena, she's not going to do it. Okay. Elena, are those signs negative 11 and positive 10? Are they the same or are they different? Same or different? I don't know. You got to talk to me.
Different.
They're different. So should I be adding 11 and 10 or should I be subtracting 11 and 10 according to my little rhyme over there? Rachel's going to answer. No, I'm still talking to you. Should I be subtracting them or adding them?
Subtracting.
Subtract. Right. 11 take away 10 is 1. 11 take away 10 is 1. But because 11 is bigger than 10 and 11 is negative, I'm going to make sure I select it as negative 1. So that's why that's the only winning combination. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay. Team 1, she's saying that Rachel's loco or something. I don't know. I think that's what that means. Okay. But we're going to move on to the next one. All right. I have a feeling Chapel's going to make a rebound on this one. You ready? Let's see. I don't want to get rid of my rules here, but I'm going to see what I can do. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide to the left. All right. I don't know why I keep doing music today. Okay. Take a look. You're doing number 2 right there at the top. First one I see. Let's go. We're going to practice this a little bit. It needs to multiply to negative 108. Now, little tip. Start with what multiplies. Every time you do this, there's only so many numbers that multiply to a number. So you can really narrow down your options if you start with what multiplies. What multiplies to negative 108? Start with that. After you find that, then see if it also adds to negative 3. But when you're going through this process, start with what multiplies. There's usually only like 3, 4 combinations that multiply to a given number. When you got the two numbers, ladies, put it in the chat. Can you think of anything that multiplies to 108? Hint, hint, it's in the, well, I don't want to say it. I kind of do. Should be in the 12 times tables. All right, Chapel has given me a second attempt. First one to strike. Multiplies and adds. Okay, I see. And now we got another vote. Let me see what the sisters say. Okay, you guys both got the right numbers. It's 12 and 9. That's good. The question is it a negative 12 and a positive 9? Or is it a positive 12 and a negative 9? You know they have to be opposite to equal a negative 108. It either has to be a negative 12 and a positive 9. That would multiply to negative 108. Or it has to be a positive 12 and a negative 9. That also adds to negative 108. However, only one combination, Chapel, Rachel, Elena, Marcelo, Eliana, only one combination would also add to a negative 3. Y'all ready for this? That combination is negative 12 and positive 9. Negative 12 and positive 9. Now, who's going to jump in? It's either got to be Rachel or Chapel, because I already picked on Elena a good bit. And she's diming you out over there, Rachel. So I think, Rachel, you're up. Okay? Why does it have to be negative 12 and positive 9? Somebody else was thinking, well, maybe positive 12 and negative 9 will work, and that would be cool. I need you to turn off the mute and tell the people from your own perspective, why does it have to be the combination that you selected? What do you think?
So negative 12 on the number line is on the left side, and and positive 9 is 9 spaces to the right. So if you go from 12 spaces to the left, go 9 spaces to the right, and then it's still on the negative side, and it's negative 3.
Oh, wow. Now that is a little bit more complicated of a reason, but it's true. It's mathematically sound. What Rachel's trying to say is if you start at negative 11 way over here, okay, and then you work your way 9 spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're eventually going to hit negative 3 on the number line. I didn't show all the steps, but I'm showing the point, right? Now you can go that way. I would humbly suggest, Rachel, you could just do my rap and get there a lot quicker. Same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Rachel, what is 12 take away 9? Okay, I can't hear you because your mouth just moved, but I think you said 3.
3.
It's 3. But it says keep the sign of the higher amount. Rachel, is 12 or 9 typically a bigger number?
12.
Thank you. Is 12 currently a negative 12 or is 12 currently a positive 12?
Negative.
So I got to make my answer negative 2. That's the rule. You keep the sign of whatever number, the physical number part is bigger. If the bigger number, 12 versus 9, 12, right? If that number is negative, then that's going to add to a negative final answer. Are you catching that, Chapel? Are you catching that, Elena? Are you seeing that? Now, you can use the number line if that works for you. I'm just trying to save you a little bit of time. Okay, so far, the sisters, two heads are really coming in handy, but I believe in everybody here. We're going to try it one more time, all right? Then we're going to do a little activity. Take a look right here. You got negative 63 and positive 2. Negative 63 and positive 2. It needs to multiply to negative 63. That's the most important thing you got to start with, ladies. That's the most important thing you got to start with, Marcelo. What do you know that multiplies to a 63? Okay, at least get the number parts right. Then you can think about the signs. Something times something that you already have learned, you can think of, that you know multiplies to 63. Negative 63, excuse me. Okay, I got a vote coming in. And I don't think it's from Elena. In fact, she just disappeared. Let's see. Okay, I like what I'm seeing so far, Chapel. You have any idea what happened to our sisters over here? Oh, they just sent me a message. Okay, you guys are agreeing on this one. This is good news, okay? Both teams, team one and team two, I think you told me, I might have messed that up. I think y'all told me what, -7 and +9. Is that what you said, Chapel? I think it was. -7 and +9. And Chapel, you are correct. So are you, Elena and Rachel, but Chapel just beat you guys by about 10 seconds. That's all. She just beat you on that one. So it's 2-1 in my little activity, okay? But listen, that multiplies to a -63 because they're opposite signs. But remember my rule. Different signs subtract. 9 take away 7 is 2, but because 9 is bigger than 7 and 9 is positive, that would equal a +2. Y'all with me? I'm trying to force y'all to slow down so that you guys can see the important yet simple parts you have to pay attention to so you don't get confused. Okay? All right. Was that worth doing or not? Was I don't know. I'm trying to slow it down and just think of different ways of doing it. Okay. So here's what's up. A whole lot of y'all got confused. I once had a girl I taught back in 2016. You guys were probably like 2 years old back then, I bet. Okay. But back in 2016, she, for some reason, when she said when she was confused, she added an R after, oh, look at the cute little baby. Hey, baby. You like my rap, don't you? Now, what's her name? What's her name? Come on, let me meet the family. What's little sister's name?
Alyssa, this is our niece.
Oh, my bad. Okay, whatever.
Say hi.
Hey niece.
Give kissy.
Y'all sounded like twins right there. This is our
Give
niece.
you a kiss.
Alyssa, how old is Alyssa?
She's 1.5.
One and a y'all both looking like you're not sure. 1.5. Oh my goodness. I remember my baby was 1.5. Now she's like 9 and growing up. What's up with that? Okay, what's up? All right. So that's very good. The cute factor is really going to energize our souls, right? But here's the deal. You guys need to look at something because we're still getting a little bit confused on this process when it comes to quadratics, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. This is a look at what the homework was, or at least similar questions to what the homework was last week. And I want you to see how to apply what you just did, but with factors, okay, doing the whole process. So if you look at this example right here, it's asking us to factor the polynomial, the quadratic trinomial, k squared plus 7x plus 10. Now, as I was just trying to train you guys to do, it's really just a matter of finding two numbers that multiply to the number on the right that also add to the number, in the middle. Every time I know she's cute, but you gotta look at this for a second, Rachel, okay? Because the cuteness will really just take you away and you won't even hear what I said, okay? Okay, she'll be there, I promise. The cute will be there in 30 seconds, but look right here. When you're looking at the trinomial, ladies, you're really needing to make sure the right number, the term on the right, is what multiplies. Okay? It has to multiply to 10, but it has to add whatever you come up with, has to multiply to 10. It has to also add to the 7 in the center. And y'all mix that up at times. When I looked at the data report, those of y'all who missed a few questions, sometimes y'all flipped it. Y'all were trying to see what added to the number on the right and multiplied to the number in the middle, and you're wondering what went wrong. That's the problem. Okay? So y'all got to use the chat feature again, ladies. Tell me what you think. Which one of these boxes should I pick? Now, Rachel, you got to help your sister out. She already said she don't like multiple choices because she second guesses herself, okay? So you got to keep her on the straight and narrow and tell her not to second guess herself, okay? Trust your instincts. But what multiplies the positive 10 that also adds to 7? Is it 2 and 5? Is it -2 and -5? Is it 10 and 4? Look at those choices. Or is it 2 and -5? There's only one combination that really checks those boxes out. Let's see what you guys think. First person to strike, let's see. Chapel at 2:37. Oh, man, y'all said it at the same time. Elena, why did you write the word Elena in the chat? I know your name. Did I say it wrong? Okay. Now, Y'all got to give me a color. Because if you got the numbers right, you should be able to tell me which factor I should pick. Is it the green? Is it the purple? Is it the orange? Or is it the teal or whatever that is? Light blue. Give me a color. Okay, thank you, Chapel. And so far, Elena, are you trying to tell me that thing above is what you're going and then you're saying it was you or something? Okay. Oh, I see. All right. So I'm getting some answers. I got green, and that is correct. Good job, Chapel. Elena, you got it too, but she got you just by a little bit. Okay, so you're tied 2-2. Okay. The teams are tied. Okay, we're going into overtime. All right. But this is what you'd have to pick. But when you do it, you keep it simple, people. If you know 5 times 2 equals 10 and 5 plus 2 equals 7, let me just write that on the screen to make it real clear for those watching the replay. 5 times 2, everybody knows this, equals 10. At least you should. But if I took those same numbers and added them, 5 plus 2 does not equal 10, it equals 7, right? It checks both boxes, if you will. So we talked last week how all you got to do is put that with a variable. If it's a plus 2 and a plus 5, put them in parentheses. Say k plus 2 and say k plus 5. So really, the hard mental work is the multiplication work and the adding work. After you get those numbers, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. All right, very good. Okay, we're just slowing things down to see if a second look at it is going to get us a little bit more consistent. All right, here comes the next one. Uh-oh. Now, again, it needs to multiply, Chapel, to which number?
63.
Thank you. It has to multiply to the term on the right. The term on the right here is 63. Don't get it twisted. Don't mix it up. Has to multiply to 63. But the same two numbers, once you get that, have to also add to 16. And you need to slow down and watch what you're doing so you don't miss something that's gettable. Okay? All right. Oh, man, those messages came in fast. I don't even know who was first. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at the timestamp. Woo! Elena says blue from both of us. Is that y'all talking about this one? Okay. And then oh yeah, you beat her by a good minute and a half. Okay, Team Elena and Rachel got that one the first, but it is the blue color. It multiplies to 9, positive 9. 9 times 7 is 63. But if I took 9 plus 7, it would equal 16, right, guys? It would do that. And so it's not that bad when they're all positive. Yay, I love positive people. I love positive numbers. Yeah, it's those negative people and those negative numbers. That's the problem. Okay, that's how a lot of us think. But let's do another one just to make sure, because I got to throw in some negatives just to mess with y'all's heads a little bit. Not to mess with your heads, but honestly to prepare you. Okay? Now, here's where you got to know your rules. Put them on the screen. If you're watching the video, go rewind it to when I had the rules up there. You should have written them down or at least taken a screenshot. But Chapel, remind the people, because they just have to hear it a bunch of times. What does it have to multiply to here? What number does it multiply to?
24.
Say it right. That's not a 24. What number is that?
Negative 24.
Thank you. If you see minus 24, remember, you got to think of that as a negative 24. And then it has to add to a negative 2. Minus 2k means negative 2 as far as this process is concerned. Rachel's having too much fun over there. Okay, put your answer in. You can just give me the color, I guess, when you think you know what combo does that. Okay, I'm seeing a message. I don't know. Uh-oh. Team Elena struck first. Team Elena, Rachel. Ooh, to be honest with you, okay, I think I know which one you're saying. Chapel, give me your answer now. Okay, both y'all saying green. Just for the record, when y'all say green, are y'all talking about like over here? Is that green? Because that kind of looks greenish to me too. That's blue? Y'all calling that blue? And that's green? Okay. I'm not so good at colors. My daughters get on to me. Dad, you don't know what the colors are. I guess I don't. Okay. All right. So let's see if you guys are right. You're going with the Chapel said can I say that on the video? The kind of gross looking green. Okay. The gross looking green it is, y'all. It's the only combination that multiplies the negative 6. Oh, sorry. Multiplies the negative 24, which is negative 6 and positive 4. Y'all see that? There's a minus 6. So think of that as negative 6. That's a plus 4, so think of that as positive 4. And if you think about it, 6 times 4, if it's a positive 6 times a negative 4, opposite signs always equal negatives, right? So that does equal negative 24. But if I add, one's positive, one's negative, different sign, subtract. 6 take away 4 is 2, but 6 is bigger than 4, so 6 is positive, so I know it's going to give me a positive 2. Oh, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I usher in the wrong? Oh, I put it in wrong. Sorry, y'all. It was -6 and positive. I knew something didn't look right. It's that right there. Okay, and that equals a -2. Okay, just checking. You got to watch those signs, people. Okay, we're doing one more, and then we're gonna play a little game and bring it home. I think I want to spend a couple weeks on this. I was gonna rush to something else, but I really rather y'all get this right before we push it too far and too fast. Here's the next one. Be very careful. It has to multiply to a positive 40. And at the same time add to a negative 13. Add to a positive 40, multiply to a positive 40, add to a negative 14. Every time I see Rachel's hair doing the rock star, I know she's got the answer. Okay, let me see what we got here. Man, you guys, Team Elena and Rachel love saying green, don't they? Okay, I got one vote of green. I got one vote of orange. The answer is, drum roll, please. It's green again. It's green again. Now let's talk about why that is, okay? There's two reasons why it has to be green. It can't be orange. For one reason, if you tried to multiply a -5 times a positive, opposite signs always equal negative answers. That multiplies the -4 when it needs to multiply to a positive 40. Excuse me, a negative 40 when it needs to multiply to a positive 40. Do you see that, Chapel? I want to make sure you see what I'm saying. They're opposite signs, so that's already going to give me a negative. Okay? But because I'm adding them later, that would have given me a -3 in the middle. But opposite signs, that's how they do. Same signs still multiply to positive products. Okay? And it can mess with your head. I get it. I absolutely get it. But that's the process nevertheless. Okay. Now I got to show y'all one thing new because it's gonna be a prelude into this week's homework, at least to get you exposed to it. When you get to the Algebra 1 level, you are going to be asked to not only factor polynomials, that's the first thing you're going to learn, but then you're going to be learning what's called quadratic equation solving. You're going to actually have to solve an equation by factoring. Christopher, that sounds horrible. It's not as bad as it sounds, but that's something that you're going to be tasked to do. You're going to be asked to solve by factoring. So I'm going to show you guys a little window as to how this is done. It's actually quite simple if you're just talking about these types of quadratics. So if you can do what we just did today, this last part shouldn't be that bad, okay? But I'm going to give you an example. Solve, and just do solve by factoring here. I'm going to kind of change up what I was going to do just a little bit because I need to adjust to the needs of the class. Okay? So let's say, for an example, I don't really love these examples, but maybe I'll give you my own. Okay. Let's just say, for example, take a look at this, guys. I'm going to take one of the problems that you just did together, and we're going to turn it into an equation, not just what am I trying to say? Not just something that we factor. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this on the screen, and then I want you guys to jot it down too. I'm going to give you one example. We can do this fast enough. Maybe we'll do a little fun game to end it, and that'll be it for today. Okay. But I'm going to show you what an equation would look like. An equation is going to have an equal sign. First off, I want y'all to write this down if you're taking notes, and if you're not taking notes, start taking notes. Okay. I want you to write down x squared minus 5x. It's going to be a quadratic trinomial, just like before. And then we'll do, I think it was -24, if I'm not mistaken. I got to make sure that's right. I think that's right. It might be +24. No, it's -24. That's right. Okay. Now that's the equation I want you to write down, but it's not really an equation until I have an equal sign, right? So I want you to add this little part at the end. It says equals 0. Okay? Equals 0. As long as there is an equal sign, Rachel, it becomes an equation, not just a polynomial. Equal sign, equation. They sound the same. It's an equation when there's an equal sign. Equation equal. Okay, you see how that sounds? So when I see an equal sign, Rachel, I know it's no longer just a polynomial, it's an equation, but we can still solve it much like we solve polynomials. Now watch this. I want all of y'all right now, send the message in the chat one more time for me. But I need two numbers that multiply to negative 24. Watch this, but they have to add to a negative 5. Stay focused for me just a few moments longer, okay? It has to multiply to negative 24. We're going to do it just like we've been doing, but I'm going to add one more part to it. So start with what multiplies. What can I think of that multiplies to negative 24? Two numbers. They got to be opposite signs, right? Because opposite signs equal negative numbers. 24 has a few. You got 2 times 12, 6 times 4, another one or two. Rachel, that head is starting to move. Uh-oh, I think Rachel's got something. It's like playing poker. You can like read their faces and stuff. You can tell. Rachel starts rocking like a rock star and she's got it. Okay. It's got to multiply to negative 24, but at the same time add to a negative 5. Let's see what you guys are thinking. I saw the message that said orange. I'm like, we're not doing multiple choice anymore, guys. And then I realized that was from before. Okay. Orange, blue. No. Okay. Okay, good. You guys are learning something. All right. I saw both your answers. I saw a negative 8. Let's see if you guys are right. And a positive 3. Isn't it a negative 8 times a positive 3 and negative 24, right? But if I add them, it's really like subtraction, right? 8 minus 3 is 5, but since 8's bigger than 3, 8's negative, I got to go with negative 5. Y'all see how I said that real quick? So that was absolutely good. Y'all with me? Now here's how easy this next part is. If it's an equation, by definition, you have to solve equations. In other words, we need to know what x equals. Before I was just having you factor it, Rachel, but now I'm going to take it a step further and I am asking you to solve the equation through the process of factoring. Chapel, you still with me? We're almost there. So here's how easy it is. Because this whole thing says equals 0, we're actually going to take that and take each of the factors, what's inside the parentheses, in other words, and we're going to set each one equal to 0 and solve the equation that remains. So you're going to do x minus 8, set it equal to 0. Please do this on your paper right now. I wrote the wrong one down. And then you're going to do x plus 3 and set that equal to 0 because that was the other binomial in the parenthesis. This is called solving by factoring. And when you graph these equations later, you're going to see this is where the graph hits the x-axis, and you can predict all kinds of things from it. It kind of builds on itself. But this is called solving by factoring. Chris, how do we solve it? Well, now you just treat it like a one-step equation. How do you get x by itself? Remember doing that earlier? You just do the inverse. Are you watching? I don't want y'all having so much fun you missed this. But if it's a minus 8, to get x by itself, I have to do the inverse operation. I have to add 8. What I do to one side, I do to the other side. So in this case, x would equal 0 plus 8, which is a positive 8. That's one of my two solutions. There are two solutions with quadratic equations. The degree is 2, so you have two solutions. Cubics have 3 solutions, by the way. Okay? Chris, am I done? No, because we have to solve this other equation over here on the right. So because it says x plus 3, I'm going to do the inverse of plus, which is minus. Inverse is a fancy word for opposite. And I'm going to subtract it. Okay, well, that's going to get x by itself on the left-hand side. 0 take away 3 is negative 3. I'm done. These are my two solutions. But I solved it through the process of factoring. Factoring is a tool we can use to solve certain types of equations, specifically ones that aren't linear. Okay? Later, you'll learn that quadratics make this kind of U-shaped curve called a parabola. Cubics kind of do the swoop-de-swoop. They all have these patterns that emerge when you graph them. But the quadratics specifically have two solutions. Big concept in Algebra 1. Okay, you're pointing at each other. I'm not sure the reason. Is it because somebody's said something wrong or something? Trying to take each other's... Okay, whatever. All right. Okay, we cool? So this, I mean, this is so simple. Just watch the replay of the video. That's what I'm going to have you do as part of the lesson this week. Just adding that little layer on because that's something you're going to be seeing, and I want to give you a little head start. Okay? Now we don't have much.
So
Oh,
for the
what?
answer for those two, we would put 8 or 3.
You put both. It's 8 and 3.
Okay.
And when I say 8, I mean one of them's positive, one of them's a negative. I can't remember because I just got rid of it, but you know what I'm saying. Whatever the answer was, it's both answers. It's not or. Okay, quadratics have two solutions. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, y'all did pretty good. Okay, so let's end it on this for a minute. So I was looking at the how do I say this? I was looking at the Blocket exercise where I was just trying to get y'all to figure out what multiplies and adds to a certain number, and there's room to grow. Okay, there's room to grow. So if I can do it, even if it's just for 5 minutes, I'm going to see if I can resend you a little exercise where you have to figure that out, and I want to see if it goes a little better for you guys. Frankly, after we've had this conversation. Okay. So let me look at what we have to choose from here. Yeah, we'll do a multiple choice one. I know Elena wants it to be fill in the blank because she just loves him so much, but the votes outvote you. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. It's called Gold Rush. You've maybe played this in other classes, or maybe you've never seen it before, but it's quite simple. Get the answer right, select the treasure chest. The treasure will either have gold in it, and if you get more gold, you win, or you might lose half of your gold. Or you get to swap your gold with somebody else who you're playing. That's my favorite when I get to steal it from the other classmates. So we're going to do a little game to learn how to get used to thinking this way. And because we're short on time, I'm probably going to only be able to do it for about 5 minutes. But I'm going to share the screen so those who are not here can kind of watch what we did, feel like they're part of it. And then if we ever do it again when everybody's here, you will have seen it before. So the link is in the chat. I hopefully sent it to everybody. Maybe I didn't. Let me make sure everybody got the link. Oh, no. Let's see. I messed up. Let me try again. Sending the link again. Hold on. All right, y'all see that? Click it. It's going to take you to a website called Blookit. It's actually pretty fun. And I'm going to participate too, if I didn't say that already. So we're all playing in this, all right? Elena and Rachel, Chapel, and Mr. Chris are all going to play around. Sign in and pick your character. You get to be any animal that's on the list. You can be let's see, a goat. I think they have a goat on there. And what else do they have? Giraffe, tiger, Black Panther. I might be the Black Panther just for the fun of it. Okay? Wasn't there like a movie called Black Panther or something? Okay. That's what I'm going to be. And this is what it looks like. So I am sharing this for the sake of y'all watching the replay. Is everybody in? I don't know who Meep is, but all right, y'all ready to go? I'm gonna hit start. It's gonna be pretty simple. Answer it right, and then you get to select your treasure chest. Hopefully you don't get stolen from, but that's kind of the fun. All right, here we go. I got one. It says two numbers that both multiply to 40, but they would also add to 22. What would those numbers be? I think 2 times 20 adds to 40, and 2 plus 20 adds to 22. I'm gonna click that. All right. And I get to take 25% from somebody, but nobody has anything, so it doesn't help me. Okay, multiplies to 50 and adds to 27. I think that's 2 and 25. Lose 50%. I don't even have anything to lose. Two numbers that multiply to 100 and add to 52. That does. So, you just hope you get lucky and get it right too. Multiply to blah, 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 blah. Okay. So you kind of see the gist of nothing. I am clicking on the worst things, y'all. Multiplies to 30, adds to 13. That seems like probably that one. Finally, got some gold up in here. All right, somehow Elena and Rachel are cheating and they're beating me. I don't know how that's possible. I'm gonna have to steal from them in a minute. All right, two numbers that multiply to 40. All right, probably that. Double gold, let's go. Two numbers that multiply to 40 and add 14. So there's a little bit of like knowing your math and a little bit of complete luck if you haven't figured that out yet. Multiply to 28, add to 11, 7 and 4. Oh, I just lost half. Are you kidding me right now? Multiplies to blah, 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 blah. Oh, Elena, did you do some cheat code or something? I just lost half twice in a row. Two numbers that multiply. Was it Rachel? Multiply to 6. What? Lost half again? Oh, this is not cool. Okay, take 10%. Now we're talking. Sorry, Elena, Rachel. It had to be done. Multiply. Multiply. She looked like she's about to strangle somebody. Multiply to 22 and 13. Nothing. Multiply to 36 and 12. Here we go. Man, I am clicking the worst boxes, y'all. Like, what is going on? Thank God. Okay, here we go. Sorry about you, Rachel and Elena, but it had to be done. I just took all of their gold, Chapel, like all of it. Multiply to 9, add to 10. Let's see what the score is. So as you guys can see, hey, I'm supposed to be in the lead. Where am I? Elena, Rachel, how do y'all keep getting in the lead? Okay, multiply to 50. What in the world? And add so 15. Okay, that's that one. Elena, Rachel, get your hands out of my cookie jar. Come on. Quit stealing my stuff. Two numbers that multiply 18 add to something else. Chapel's being awfully quiet over there. I feel like she's doing something and she's just not telling us. 10, 20. Okay. 20, 20 multiplies to something, does something. Okay. Okay. Who needs me to steal from him? Probably Rachel. Two numbers that multiply. Hey, Rachel, will y'all quit it? Chapel, I steal from them and they steal it back in like 5 seconds. I think they got a cheat code. Multiply 15. Oh, add to 8. That'll be this one. Oh, yes. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. Elena and Rachel and me are on the cusp of glory here, and I got to finish the deal. Triple gold. Let's go. Hey, Elena, leave me alone. Numbers. Chapel's being all nice over there. She hasn't stolen from me yet. Multiplies the 4 and the 4. Meanwhile, Rachel and Elena and me are like all out war. Two numbers that multiply. Hey! Oh, now Chapel's starting to be mean to me. Me, me. All right. Two numbers that multiply to 24 and 11. I'll do this one. Sometimes you got to think, oh, Chapel, are you kidding me right now? I just got triple gold and she stole 10,000 plus gold, y'all. I mean, seriously, that's just disrespectful if you think about it. Okay? You got to respect your elders. Kids these days don't even know. I'm stealing that back. Multiplies. If you haven't noticed, I'm kind of a vocal competitor. That would be that. Okay. So hopefully this is kind of getting y'all used to it. Multiplies are 4. It adds to 5. Who's winning? That's right. I'm winning. That's right. There's a new leader in the clubhouse, and his name is me. Okay, Elena and Rachel, I love y'all, but I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of y'all's thievery. Thou shalt not steal. Read your Bible. Multiplies the 40 as the 22. Now, leave me alone, people. No more. No more. All right, we'll see who wins. We'll let you know. I don't know. I don't like their laughing. I got to pause the video, y'all. Keep going because there's only a few seconds left. But I'm going to pause the video if it'll let me. Oh, there it goes. Who won? Who won? Let's see who's the victor. Y'all, they cheated. They cheated so bad, I don't even know how that's even possible. I tripled and then they'd steal. And then they'd swap. And then they'd shave off a little bit more. What did y'all do for real? Is there like some sort of cheat code y'all know about? I know how y'all young people do. What is that? The cheat code, is that the code? 2 and 2? Two heads are better than one? Is that what you're trying to say? My math was good. I didn't miss a question. I'll tell you that right there. But y'all's math was a lot better. I'll tell you that. All right. We got to pause it right there because I do have another client waiting on me. But hopefully that was a little bit fun way to end it. and maybe we can do some more stuff like that when we end it on the final week. But anyway, you know what you got to do. So just work on that discipline, going from multiply rule to add rule. I'll have the email out this evening, Lord willing. Should have it out this evening. Y'all have a wonderful week. Catch the replay if you need to. I'll see y'all soon. Okay. Have a good one.